I'm actually currently on my family vacation with my family. I have some other videos that I'll probably upload next week or so. It's on a whole different camera, but it goes into more details, those videos on this family vacation. Um, and, the program has, of course, done everything it can to spoil my good time, even with what they've been doing in and with my body. There are certain things that I can't enjoy because of that. I won't get into too much detail, even though none of it's private anyway. But some of the things they've manipulated within my body and some of the things they've done with my body is the reason why I can't do what the rest of my family and rest of my family are doing. So it was kind of a bummer when it kicked in, but I refused to let it get me all the way down. It was upsetting to me, and I was a little depressed for a minute, particularly yesterday. But then I decided I'm not going to let these bastards see me moping down and out and just totally depressed. I'm not going to stay in that mode. So I'm still doing what I can to enjoy this time because I am grateful, at the very least, to be out of St. Petersburg. I hate it in St. Petersburg. I cannot wait until I get the opportunity to move to another city, maybe even a whole different state, whatever it takes. And I keep telling myself, despite the other video I just made, which probably was a little depressing to others that saw it, but I already know the real vacation, the real good time, will not come until this entire thing has been exposed. That's why I'm doing what I can to keep up with the lawsuit that's taking place against it. I do feel that it's not a coincidence it's happening at this time frame. I have a lot of faith in that lawsuit. I do feel that we're getting somewhere despite the initial judge dismissing it. I feel that we are getting somewhere. And, once we gain our freedom, hopefully our freedom and our privacy and everything that's been stolen from us, I'm hopeful and confident that, we're going to be able to live our best lives like everyone else. I already have a plan. I have a list of things, like a list of demands, like once the government is caught and they can't deny it and they have to compensate us. I already got my list ready. I have my list ready, and I intend to travel the world if I can to really enjoy myself because I've always loved traveling. So I have that whole list ready. It's just a matter of when this is going to happen, because when it does, despite what's going to happen afterwards, I'm still going to do the best I can to have a good time, even if it kills me. Like, when I really thought about that last video, I'm like, I don't care what happens afterwards, whether the government tries to come up with some revenge plan against us, or whether the people, try and come up with this revenge plans against us TIs for their downfall. I don't care. As long as I enjoy myself genuinely before I leave this world, it is what it is. So, even though this vacation hasn't been the best, it's very different this time. I'm still dealing with the V2K, of course. I should have known that was gonna... Well, I already knew deep down that was going to still be there. So I'm still dealing with that. And the directed energy attacks, the constant headaches they plague me with, the physical abuse touching me all over my body. For the first 2 nights, they didn't even let me sleep. They sleep deprived me. And still, I was not going to let them get the best of me. I just took it in stride and was like, well, you know what? Instead of moping around about it, I'll just watch some TV or watch a movie, so I'm not just sitting waiting to go to sleep, laying there staring at the ceiling wondering, oh, woe is me, God, why won't you do something? I wasn't going to get that mindset. Even in the situation you're in as a targeted individual, you got to keep yourself encouraged to keep moving and to try and enjoy yourself when you can, because these people, and especially the government itself that's running this program, they do everything they can to make sure they spoil what they know is supposed to be a good time for us. Whether you're on vacation or whether you're at home. No matter what your situation, if there is a chance you may get some enjoyment out of it, they're going to find a way to try and throw that monkey wrench in there to ensure that you're miserable, because they are miserable. And that's what miserable people do. Miserable people try and bring happy and confident people down. They try and make you feel just like they feel on the inside, whether they want to admit to it or not. Because guess what? Happy, confident people, they're not going to go out of their way to stalk and harass someone else. They're also not going to go out of their way to try and make someone else miserable. Truly happy, confident people, they live their own lives. They do their own thing. They don't care what Sally Sue is doing. They don't care what Bobby Jim is doing. You know, they live their own lives. They have a good time. And if they are going to be involved with other people, it's going to be to lift those people up, not try and bring them down. So we already know the personality of those that we're dealing with. On the inside, secretly, they're all just miserable. That's why they get off on watching every move we make in our everyday lives, you know. So it is what it is. I just wanted to do this brief video. And like I said, I'll upload the other videos probably later next week or so. That goes into a little more detail about the vacation and when we got here and what happened in the process.